linebacker is 98. And it's like, holy shit. But at the same time, like if you go with Bly's numbers are a little bit more stable, but his DB's higher. But when I had him in for like the half season I ran with him, my secondary wasn't. It just didn't seem to be translating.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was gonna get exponential play out of my DBs, but it didn't.
Maybe it's because they're
just the way this
going the front seven. Maybe it's putting pressure on, and there's that flip flop. You know, it depends what you got on the field and what you can afford to do.
So here, it was also hard to judge too, because my defensive line is pretty good, and it didn't seem to matter a ton who I had at the controls. They performed they were always top 10 in rushing. Sometimes top 5, sometimes just 7 or 8. But my defensive line tends to be able to stop the run really good on its own.
It's crazy.
But with that being said,
how are you doing on money? You doing on money?
I should be. Like I said, I can make everything work if Big Ben doesn't hold out. If he holds out, I can probably make a little bit more work because I'm going to convert his whole salary to a 1-year bonus.
Yeah. And you can really I might do that with Ryan, because Ryan's in his final year too.
You got 1 year, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, you can have stuck that in my head. I'm like, oh, let's look at it today.
So if he does do the holdout thing, I mean, I have a contingency plan, and I'll probably be able to pick up more in free agency because I won't have anything to hamstring me.
You want to make a call? Oh, did you get my text?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can fire it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's with money, and that's with, I can make it work. Well, here's the thing too, is I still got Vilma is a free $8 million check back in my pocket by cutting him.
Yeah, if you need to, yeah.
So I have
to squeeze things and keep moving.
Yes, I have the options. All right, let me pull up the guys here.
Yeah, I gotta get my laptop. I knew I was gonna be cutting it close, so I made sure everything was kind of on.
You might have to put yours on mute. Yeah. What's up?
What's up, gentlemen? All right.
How you doing?
We're doing.
Can I in for the Raphael mustache?
Who?
Who has a mustache?
How do you have a mustache?
Who?
He's got a goatee.
I've had this like for years.
There we go. There it is.
Oh, maybe it was that lighting? I stumbled into some bad lighting, I think. Alright, here we go.
Oh, he's wearing a Chargers sweater? Turn him off. Turn off his camera.
It's shaking. Right. Yeah, it should be easy peasy. I'm gonna drop my phone because Blaine's sitting right next to me, so we'll just go with him.
What's up, Jeff? What you got to do?
All right.
Should we broadcast this so that they can?
Okay. Yeah, guys. You guys have the feed?
The feed is up.
What is this doing?
Just turn it off.
Am I off now?
Mm-hmm.
They got everything?
Do you guys have your feeds up?
So you good?
I think so. Well, Nunzio's gone. I don't know where he went.
Okay. We'll get a couple of our key things up and running here. Let's give a second. Just gotta get my file on here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Nunzio's got the stadium this year.
Yeah?
Yeah. Built it last year and Grand opening.
I think Jeff's still there. I think he's just on.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. He got this. So.
I'm going down the arrow with off of the arrow. Or down, keep going down with it. Keep going down. One more. Hit the red button. Now go down to start game with our arrow. Bam. Me and my wife in our shoot nurse.
Gotcha. So as far as before we start the official off season, Mark, do you have anything? You're not going to propose anything for med staff this year? You didn't get a chance to run numbers?
No, I wasn't able to do what I wanted.
Okay.
Come up with the average. I know what I want to do. Nice
Okay. The only thing that I had two things to propose. I talked to you guys a little bit briefly. For like free agency, would it apply for coaches as well? Anything where we draw cards would be based on your finish order or just free agency?
One step at a time.
Just do.
Let's start.
Okay. So for free agency, instead of drawing cards for pecking order, it would be based off of the way you finished. Instead of drawing, so when we go into free agency one, restricted free agency, anything where we're going, for players.
He's just trying to plans of losing record. Yeah, but all of a sudden I go last.
Well, yeah.
No, well, that's not fair. What about all the other difference?
Well, that's because of. If you want to start it in a fresh season, you just according to you, it's all based on the process anyway. So.
Well, I never anybody else feels. Is that the only?
No, the other thing was how we deal with. I wasn't going to do it for this year because a couple of us probably have some issues, so I didn't want it to be. I didn't want it to be biased based on my own needs. I just didn't know it was a thing because I haven't had it happen. But I was going to propose how we address player holdouts for next season.
I can't.
So the other proposal I was going to talk to everyone about is how we address players who hold out.
Player holdouts?
Yes. So.
Are you asking for affirmative action?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here! What affirmative action?
What were you going to suggest?
Why?
So instead of drawing cards to determine the order in which we pick, you just go based off how you finished.
But that's not agency words.
But the way free agency normally works is it's if you have the money, you can go after anybody you want, but we can't do that anyway.
What do you mean? There's always a salary cap.
There's always a salary cap, but the computer gets first crack.
Right, to keep balance.
Right. So to help level the competitiveness, instead of drawing cards for what order we go into free agency, it would just be determine, how you finished. So the teams who did worse. That's what I'm saying is, so because of progressions and the things you get for going far in the off season, the teams who finished low end or didn't make it that far get less progression. So your team isn't going to get the perks come off season that the good teams got. So to help offset the competitiveness and the way the game scales your progress, instead of it being random.
Perks are earned. This isn't an affirmative action league.
Yeah, but what?
I agree. I don't want a class because you pick go
So if you win, you think you should be able to draw cards and win the draft too?
Yes. Full of anyone else. And every time I draw a card, I think, first card, I didn't even go into free agency the last 2 seasons.
Okay, so then why would you care?
Because eventually I'm going to want to.
Okay. Before Mark won the AFC Championship, he was all on board with this. All of a sudden now he doesn't want to pick last.
We got some champions there.
Yeah. The whole point was to offset some of the competitive nature of how we do it, because we have rules in place to keep the computer competitive, but there's nothing that keeps us competitive in a line. So, like, put it this way: if a new team were to try and join, there's no way they're going to be able to compete with how established and how far ahead the other teams are. I mean, two years, and he played by himself in a division. Dave did it in season 1 or 2. Well, put it this way: most of the rosters now are mid 90s or higher. When the guys joined the league, teams didn't have those type of rosters built.
Are you proposing this for the future of the league, for people that aren't in the league yet, or for yourself?
For both. Well, like I said, if I'm always losing, it wouldn't matter because you guys are getting progressions, right? So are you saying that? I think you gotta find a different way to get better. Mm-hmm. You were 9-1. Okay. I think you guys are afraid of competition, is what it sounds like. But that's just it. Why are we doing it based on luck?
I don't know about this for the draft. I can't barely hear you guys up there.
Okay. Well, it sounds like
I guess the only reason why we had always done by the card draw was just only to simulate the randomness of real life with phone calls and people
Mhm.
call. I mean, that was the only spirit of the ton of that.
Right.
Just to answer the question.
All right. So it doesn't sound like I said, that doesn't sound like you guys want to change that aspect of it. The other part is currently when a player goes on holdout, we are held to the same standard as any other player. Like, we can't trade them for better draft picks. We can't, you basically got to try and re-sign them and you're held against to whatever money they want, or you got to cut them and take a cap penalty.
You can trade them during the season. Like, as soon as the season opens up, as soon as the trade block opens up, you can trade them to another team. As long as they need that position and that's what they want.
But that's where we're limited. I think I would propose that because they're leveraging their money and they're putting you up against the wall, there should be easier constraints than just the free. Like, when you want to just move players, we have certain rules. But if a player is holding you against the ropes and you can't do something, I don't think we should be held to the same standard because they're handcuffing you. What? You're breaking up, Mark. Hold on.
Yeah, really. Sometimes they just make him sit the bench.
But if you're paying, like, if Roethlisberger's he's gonna sit on my bench for $12 million. At the same time, it would hit me a cap penalty of $9 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're held to an extreme standard, and if a team doesn't need a quarterback, how do you trade it? Like, you're putting, it's a very tight window to try and do. I think you should.
What would you do in the regular season of football? Nobody wanted a quarterback and someone held out. What would you do?
You could trade him for a first round pick. You could trade him
to someone who wanted
somebody who wanted it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you have a premium player and they're holding out, you're up against the wall. Like if Big Ben does it to me, I'm pretty much, I have to dance and if I trade him, the best I could get is a third round pick. He's a 99 overall player. Like, and I'm not trading because I want to. I'm trading because he's holding out. So I think because you're held to the wall, you shouldn't be as restricted as we are with other players.
Reminds us salary cap issues and where I've had to let trade a premium player go for a third round pick. I had to do that with Dodgers or Manning and a third round pick.
Oh, I've had to do it too. I'm saying when they hold out, though, it's a different boat because it isn't something you're planning for. You have to, you're not planning for it, and to have to cut them, being forced into having to make a move versus something you had planned on. I think it shouldn't be as restrictive.
But think about in the real NFL. I mean, do you think they're playing? Anybody's planning on inflation? I mean, it happens.
It does happen, but typically a player who holds out is a premium player because he knows he can get more money. And with that being said, teams will get sometimes 2 or 3 first round picks for compensation. Like right now, Lamar Jackson's holding out. Any team who actually wants him has to give 2 first round picks to that team as compensation. We can't do multiple years in this league, but what I'm saying is you should be able to get better than a third if the player's deliberately not.
The problem is that the reason why we can't do that is because the computer doesn't have a choice in the matter. The computer can't say, I'll give you a first and a third. We would be asking to hijack the computer's picks because we got a problem.
Well, you would be trading. I mean, you're giving up a premium player, so it almost doesn't matter who it is. Whatever team gets him will be better.
But you're not necessarily. What if they already have a quarterback? What if we had a quarterback they've been developing? If we were to suggest that, we're changing the computer's ability to develop its own team because we would be imposing a player on them that if they're not asking for on the trade block, then they don't need it. But I can see where he could be better than someone that they have, but it doesn't have the intelligence to make that call.
No, but
that's why we protect them so that we can't.
But at the same time, if the computer decides it wants to make a premium player hold out, and to say you could only get a third round pick or hope that there's something in a trade block window that you could use, it seems really restrictive for a player holdout that you can't plan for.
I agree with you there, but the problem is the computer can't make a decision on its own. Like it can't think. It can't ask you for something except for on the trade block. You know what I mean? If we were to try to unload a player that was holding out, it would be to our benefit primarily, and the computer, depending on what would we do? Just choose any team we wanted?
Well, no, but at the same time, like with a Roethlisberger, even if I trade him, I'm taking a huge cap hit. Like no matter what, I get a penalty.
Yeah.
So that's my point. When the computer chooses to hold out, if it's too expensive to sign him for that type of crazy money because you have a cap issue, you're taking a double penalty. You're getting.
What you're saying is absolutely fact. But what are you suggesting you do with them though? Choose a computer team and decide where he goes in the NFL?
I think maybe we figure out what is reasonable. I don't think we have to have a set decision. I'm just proposing that we figure out something better than a third round pick and a $10 million cap hit.
I can see where a computer could take advantage of something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time too, now how old is he?
He's 33.
Right. So his overall commands something. But are we gonna? I guess I think it's I think it's pretty complicated to determine where a player like that would go and how it would benefit a team. because now it's all subjective as to what we think. I hear what you're saying, because I think it would be nice to be able to move a player like that, but until somebody can come up with an idea that actually is not subjective, I think we'd have to continue to have that conversation.
Well, I mean,
it makes
we have-
sense in one way, but I don't know how you would do it though.
If it's a proposal and we have time to work it out before we actually start like the draft and stuff, maybe, or even like we go before RFAs start.
I would suggest we wouldn't do it this year.
No, that's what I was saying. Next
Yeah.
year. Next
Yeah.
year we have this. This isn't
Yeah.
for this year. This is to go into next year.
Yeah, I've always thought the same thing too. If we can figure out how to do that, but I've never been able to figure out a way that I haven't been able to figure it out yet.
Okay.
But I'm not against being able to do something like that.
Okay.
I wish we could. I'm just not sure how to do it. I think we'd have to all put our heads together. And whatever we would come up with would have to not be subjective. It would have to have some sort of hardcore rule that it's black and white. Under these conditions, this happens. If we can figure something like that that actually made sense, I wouldn't have an issue with that.
Okay.
So if we can work on that. I don't know if those guys can hear me.
All right. Are you guys ready to?
I do want to have that conversation though.
Sure.
Okay.
You'll figure it out. All right, I got one. Can you guys hear me at all?
You guys there?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, listen, I just got to throw something out there and then we can actually start. When we first started the league, we had an $8 million salary cap for coaches, but it was suggested and we ended up going with increasing it by 10, so that after the first year, if you didn't like who you had, you weren't beholden to the penalties and all that because we didn't really have a choice. So we moved it up to 10, but we never brought it back. So I was just going to suggest 3 seasons from now, after the longest contract that's out there right now, which is 3 years, once that expires, I want to get us back to the $8 million salary cap because we never did it and we were supposed to. Any questions or concerns about that one?
Are you guys good with putting the coaches' salary caps back to 8 mil?
3 seasons from now.
Yep.
Is anybody over right now?
No, we got 3 seasons to get back to 8 because that's where we were supposed to be. We never went back, and I realized that when I rewrote the rules and I posted them on the website. I realized we never went back. So we've been riding 10 for like 7 seasons. We gotta get back to 8.
Jeff's on board. Are you on board with that, Mark?
Does it affect my coaches the next year or?
No, it doesn't affect anybody. It doesn't kick in for 3 seasons.
It wouldn't kick in for 3 seasons, and nobody's currently affected.
Yeah, no one's going to be affected. It would be 3 seasons from now, and that would be at the end of the last contract, which is Nunzio's coordinator. So by 2019, just be prepared for it. That's all.
Nunzio put your phone on mute.
This isn't even an ask. This is a do. I mean,
Yeah.
this is what we were supposed to be doing. We've been free riding. I'm putting 3 years out there just so that there's no issues. So let's move forward.
All right, there we go. I muted Nunzio.
Okay, we're ready? Yeah, that's better. All right, I'm gonna move through the assets.
All right, we're going through the assets now, so if you guys are streaming, you can see it.
Yeah, you guys should have seen this already on your cards, so no big deal. Okay, so we're gonna jump into staffing. Why don't we start with coaches? We'll get right into it.
All right, we're going to start with coaches.
Let's get some cards out. I'll let you show your cards. I'll take whatever's last. All right, is there anybody not going in for coaches?
Yeah, is anybody not doing coaches?
I'm not doing any coaches. I don't have to.
Okay. Then let me make the card shorter. Alright, so we're down to 4.
Nunzio, are you doing coaches?
Is that mute?
Yeah, seeing if
Let me see if we can
it lets me mute him, but doesn't let me unmute him.
He doesn't need any coaches.
Nice try on the affirmative action.
Hey, that's what the draft order is based on, ain't it?
Somebody get Nunzio's attention. Is he in or out for coaches?
Nunzio, are you in or out for coaches? You're on mute. He's not responding. He's on camera.
I don't think he realizes.
I mean, he should at least be able to hear me. Okay. Listen, Jeffrey, Nunzio and Mark both agreed with me until Mark won the AFC, and then now he's backpedaling because he'd be the last pick.
No, I don't think that's fair.
Nuns, can you hear us?
You said it was a good idea up until you were gonna finish last.
Oh, we're trying to get going. So yeah, we can't get. Are you going for a coach? Oh, okay. All right, Nunzio's out for coach too.
All right, Nunzio's out for
Okay,
coaching,
thanks.
so we're good.
Oh, nice.
All right. So now we're down to
Okay, so that's just me, Jeff, and Robert are going for coaches.
You know what? I'm out too because I'm signing on my own coaches. So
You're signing yours back?
yeah.
Okay,
So now we're down to 2.
so Jeff, it's me and you picking cards?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, what card do you want?
It don't matter. Whatever you pick, whatever I'll take whatever.
I'm the ace.
Ready?
All right,
Set up.
can we see who, just to make sure who's available still?
Unemployed. List I didn't put it on there. Sorry.
Yeah, Pennington's taken.
Yeah, every time I look at this too.
Okay.
What do you have to say?
I have to sign. I have to sign a defensive coordinator.
You know what you want, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going with. I just want to see who. I'm gonna sign Ray Lewis.
Nice.
Jeff, is that anybody you were targeting?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna sign my own back there.
Oh, let me see what this says.
I thought he has a head coaching offer. Isn't it Cornell?
No. Cottrell.
Cottrell. I thought he did too.
Double try. Either way, you get your picks.
Cottrell. Oh no, he's just got a DC, so he
Yeah,
should be
you're
good.
back.
Okay.
Alrighty. Ray Lewis. That's
You were hoping.
that's crazy. He's the bomb.
It has to be 2 years, or does it?
Whatever you want.
Doesn't matter.
You can go with
All right, I signed Ray Lewis,
it. Alright, Jeff's going for Charlotte.
and Jeff is going with.
Cottrell, 2 years, $920K.
Cottrell looks like George Jefferson.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
He took it. You're good.
Little Sherman Hemsley action. Okay. Alright, so I guess it's just me and you sign my guy.
Just gotta sign your guys. Okay.
That's easy, yes. Yeah, this one was tough for me. I wasn't sure about that. Really? Oh, there it is. It's hard not to.
I was gonna say I would if you guys weren't signing ours, it was like I probably should have asked that first, but you, if they're yours, you always have first priority, so it don't matter.
As long as they're not being offered a head coaching position.
Right.
Yep. So, I'm only signing for 1 year. I swear to God, I'll lose my marbles. Friggin' bastard. You better get your shit together this year. Alright, and then I need my OC, which is.
Not a lot of coaches out there this year, are there?
No. There's actually some really good head coach candidates, but coordinators, no.
I wanted to sign Harbaugh as my special teams, but he wouldn't take it.
Yeah, dude, he's bombed out. I can't believe he didn't even have an offer.
He hasn't had a job since Nunzio cut him because he won't take anything but a head coaching job.
Dude, I just got outbid twice by the computer.
Really?
Holy shit.
Ah,
What the hell, man? Dude, they're making me pay.
dude, he's paying $2 million to a coordinator.
I just got hit 3 times.
They keep outbidding him.
Holy shit, dude.
He just had to pay his coordinator $2 million. Well, 1.9.
All right. All right, we'll go over to training staffs now.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Nunzio for sure throwing 40 in, right?
Same with Mark.
And Mark, you're throwing 40 in for a repick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Jeff's got to get one, right?
And so do I.
And so do you. So it's 4 teams then. We got to pick. We got to pick some order here. Mark, you want me to pick for you this year?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Robert,
Yes, sir.
am I allowed to repick or no?
Yes.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, both of you guys got your staffs last year, so you had to stick with them for a year. This year you get a shot to repick. If you like it, great. If not, then you got to stick with them until the end of the contract.
Oh, I'm totally up.
Okay. All right, let's pick some.
Good for you.
All right, we're gonna pick some cards. Blaine, you want to pick first?
Doesn't matter.
No.
Pick one from
All right. Blaine's got 4. I got Heisey's card right here. Heisey, you got number 1,
P9.
and then Jeff, are you in?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff, you got number 2,
What does he got?
3.
So what's that mean?
So that's just the order in which we go in the pick. So now we've determined the order of the pick. Now I'm going to throw these cards back in, and this will be for the actual staff. So we got to count the staffs off. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35. All right, so there's 35. We got to take these 2 off the top. And then I got to take 25% off 35.
What the hell is that math?
So we can
Yeah.
bottom look it up. Dude, you're talking to me, man.
Honestly, I don't
can't do that. Alright, hold on a second. Calculator.
Yeah, try hard.
Hold on a second. So I got 33. 25 times 33. Alright, so I gotta take 8 off. 8 off the bottom. So 8 off the bottom. And it's the diamonds.
Like cricket.
Yeah. Well, I've seen that shit really pretty good. It's awesome. We have a partner to play with the
What did I
bars.
say? It was 35?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That was. Alright, so that's from the 9. So now I gotta take 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, here we go. Okay. These are out. These are out. Alright, I'm doing the shuffle right now, guys. And we'll do the repicks. Or we'll do the picks rather. We'll shuffle them. Okay, so number one, Mark, you're gonna end up picking first, right? You want me to pick for you? I feel I don't like the responsibility, but what are you gonna do?
Get a good one.
Okay, I'm going in.
Cheat if you have to.
I got the Queen of Clubs and the Queen of Clubs. Wait a minute, I got too many cards in the mix. Oh, I put too many cards in the mix. Hold on a second. I just realized, I'm not supposed to have any clubs in there. I'm only supposed to have diamonds and spades and hearts. Sorry, guys.
What's better, higher or lower?
It depends because it depends whether you get a heart or whatever. They're actually numbered 1 through 30 something.
We're gonna do a shuffle. Love you.
All right, here we go again. Okay, we'll do this again. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right. 3 of spades. That's number 16 on the list. So let's take a look. Central Care Physicians. So that's what's on the screen right here on the bottom.
You tell me what I look like now, what the guy is now?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I should put that up there.
It's hard to gauge based on that. The numbers are reversed.
So there you go. So
Alright, what's up?
Central Care Physicians is what came up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the better one, does it?
It's opposite.
It's opposite. Recovery is 98, but versus 60, but then knowledge is 62 versus 99.
It's completely opposite.
Yeah, with prevention being about the same.
This is for Heisey?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Joe? What's better? The one I
That's
have?
a tough call because, I mean, your guys got hurt for a long time last year.
Yeah, so maybe recovery is better.
Recovery's better, maybe to come back sooner. If the other one's the same, it's a tough call.
Well,
I have recovery now.
put the Mark. I would recommend this. If you put in $40 because you didn't like what you currently had, you might as well try the opposite and see if it's better.
It's actually a good idea.
That's another way to look at it.
I mean, they're literally flipped. It's either the recovery or the knowledge, and I think the knowledge has some value too.
I mean, you're here for a reason. You didn't like it. You might as well try this.
Yeah, all right. I'll take the new one.
Okay, we got this one for 3.
Rob, did you pick my cards for me?
Not yet. Okay, you're locked in.
Jeff is number 2. Jeff, what card do you want?
Whatever. Can't see my cue.
Pick him a king or something.
9 of hearts. 9 of hearts.
That's not a heart. Oh, they're black.
is 9 all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recruit health and fitness. Let me just get to your thing. Sorry.
Well, his training staff's up, so he doesn't have anything. He just has to take it, right?
Yeah.
Or put in 40 and re-roll.
No, that's
No?
the year after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is what Jeff has.
All right. So Jeff, you got recruit health and fitness right there on the bottom row.
I can't see it. Just read me the numbers.
98 recovery, 68 prevention, 82 knowledge.
Got it? Okay. All right. Number 3.
Nunzio.
That's Nunzio? Okay. Hold on a second. Let me get on the screen. King of Spades. Nah, that's not good. Holy shit. That's number 2. That's number 26.
That's number 26.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
26 is gonna be worse than what I had.
Actually, I think it's
on par.
It's on par. It's group training right at the bottom. I think yours is better.
Yeah, that's junk. Hold on, let me look at it again. 80 recovery, 95 knowledge.
The knowledge
It's got
is
good knowledge, everything else sucks.
yeah.
Oh, that was a waste of $40. Alright, I'm done.
The prevention and the knowledge are in the 50s, and then you got
Well, no.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks. Yeah,
No,
that's-
yours is better.
we still got-
He's got 95 prevention. That's the key.
Yeah, yours is better.
I'll stay with my prevention.
Yeah. Okay.
I would stay with high prevention all day.
And then you're next, right? All right. So just you're staying pat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Okay. And then
Because next year, we still got 2 years. That sucks.
8 of spades. That
Yeah,
is.
fuck it. Alright, let me know when. Bounce me a text when we do the shade upgrades.
We're starting right now. 4, 5, 6,
Okay,
7, 8,
well, I'm gonna go first and next one. There you go.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 is health. I'm sorry, I gotta get to you. Oh, what? 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Health consulting.
Oof. Recovery is 90. I don't even know what I had.
22nd leg.
Recovery's good. It looks like Nunzio's, except the knowledge is higher. This is
Yeah.
56.
So the prevention ain't great, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, we're ready for stadium upgrades. And Nunzio, you got the new stadium. We need a name.
Does it Jeff need one? I got it already.
You got it.
Okay, this is it.
Yep.
Mine was better than yours, Hansi. Probably. It won't matter.
I thought they moved the Chargers to Tijuana because of the regression.
Yo,
Nunzio, you got your plan ready?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, what, can we do mine real quick? Can we do it?
Yep.
Alright, good. Definitely cup holders. And medical facility.
Are you renaming yours?
Can you read me? Let me go back on YouTube and see if I can see the options. I only got 30 second lag.
How's the bundle?
I know, right?
There it is. Alright. So right now it's called Raven Stadium. I'm sure you got a name picked out.
Yeah, they usually give me 2 options for 1 and 2, right?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's sponsorships. Yeah. So
Mega Band.
so Mega Band next is for
8.3 mil for 1 year.
if you get 14 wins.
14 wins.
And what's the other one?
Lamone Inc. It's a 3-year, $15.6 million deal.
Super Bowl.
And you have to make the Super Bowl.
Both suck.
Go, is that all you
I'm
have?
going to try the 14 win line, see what happens, right?
Mega Band next. Mega Band next stadium.
You got 2 wins from Cleveland already.
Shut up,
Are you on?
I'll do the Mega Man one.
You'll take it? Okay.
Yeah, and I want to do Mega Suite.
And what is it? And what?
And what else do you want to do?
I want to do Mega Suite.
Mega
Okay.
Suites.
Alright. And the sweets.
And I want to do the solar power and ring collector.
Mega sweets. Got the mega. What else?
Ring collector.
And he's sparing no expense. Solar panels too?
Why is it -1?
Because it's green. They're paying you to do it. That's for sure.
Hold on, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So did you want to do the ring collection and the solar?
I got them both.
Yep, we did them.
Okay. How much money you got left?
79.85.
Enough to build another stadium.
Do like the best screens out there.
I love that you have to do any of this when you just built a brand new stadium.
High def. Yeah, I got you the high def replay system.
Yeah, we'll do that. And we are all set.
It's great, man.
I know.
You're all set, man.
Sweet, gentlemen.
It's amazing they even let him do the upgrades because he just built his brand new.
It is weird.
Yeah, they don't really
If
tell
you
you.
don't do it, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it's not like a Cadillac. It doesn't come with power windows. So so we'll go Bengals. Anything?
Well,
I'm gonna sign off.
all right, guys. All right, nuns.
Peace out, baby.
Oh, yeah, let's see what we got. What do we got for assets? 65?
Yeah, a lot of stuff purchased already. Chefs. Happy endings masseuse.
Might need that in Cincinnati.
Retractable glass windows, light projection. Broadband. High tech. 5-star.
5 stars. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do the 5-star restaurant.
Gotta check to see if I have one. That good?
Well, give me the solar panel one if they're going to get me to do it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Heated grass? Yeah. Fuck yeah, give me some heated grass.
You see any snow on that turf this year?
That's it. I'm good.
You're good? Alright, Mark, any stadium upgrades?
I just have to look at them. I'll probably do a couple.
Okay.
To see how much more.
I didn't know if you had anything in mind. EA Arcade.
Yeah, grab the arcade.
Okay. And then Happy Endings masseuse. Retractable glass, light projection.
Let's get that. Let's get the retractable glass windows. We'll get those 3 right there.
Okay.
And then what else is on my list?
Personal broadband, high tech playground.
Is that it? Is there more?
Oh no, there's more. Solar panels.
No. Solar panels. Fuck that. What
No.
else is there?
Personal audio system, heated grass, LED video screen.
Anything that would help with the increase, maybe heated grass.
Yeah.
Heated grass.
Okay. Rainwater collection, wireless internet.
No, that's no. Keep going. Keep going.
High def TV replay system, retractable field. Yes.
No. What's at the bottom of the list?
That's it.
Alright, go up 4. Alright, I want the HD TV replay system.
Got it. Okay. Good to go? Okay. Jeff?
Just give me the top 4 things. Just 5.
Personal broadband, heated.
No,
You don't need the heated
yes,
grass.
yeah.
LED video screen. Massage sheets. Wireless internet access. Gotcha, Jeff.
Alright, I'm good.
Okay, let's see what's left. Well, hold on a second. I'm gonna do one real quick.
You haven't spent a dime on your people.
We're not doing nothing. I might have to rebuild. Is it $199 million in this? I might be rebuilding soon. So I'm gonna keep that open and save the money.
Okay.
All right. So what's left? So we did that. Staffing is
You could probably do pricing. if people
Done.
want to, right?
Yeah, you know. That's it, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Chargers need to sign a training staff. Did we not do that?
I said that he needed to do it.
I thought we did.
What?
We signed the one that he had, I thought.
Yeah.
No, you guys never did it. I had number 9.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll just go grab it. Hold on. I remember. I remember.
Yeah, I mean, we counted it and we've seen what it was.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I didn't hit the button. All right, we'll check it.
I'll just be staffing training.
One.
Make sure on the Chargers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. Okay, I must not have pressed the button hard enough. Okay. That should be it. Let me just, for good measure. And I think that should wrap it up. Blaine will have a card. I'll have a card. Mark, do you want me to leave a card out for you tonight?
Yeah, I probably won't get it Monday. Probably maybe get it Tuesday.
Then I'll just put them out on Tuesday. Jeff's coming to pick one up Tuesday as well.
Alright, yeah, I'll text you, but it won't be tomorrow.
Okay. Alright, I think that's it, guys.
Alright.
Alright? That's a wrap.
Well done.
Alright, guys.
Later.
We'll catch up tomorrow. Talk to you later.
Good. We'll see you guys.
Alright, thank you. Alright, now, oh no, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna move it forward.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I needed to move it forward. Yeah, because you want to see the draft.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see it. I mean, we're gonna have the draft before anybody else. We're gonna look at it now.
I mean, we can.
We're gonna take a little peek.
I have, unless somebody makes me some crazy trades, I don't have any cats. So bad.
What face you got?
5th and 7th.
That fifth is a warm pack.
Yeah, I could use it for something decent.
For sure, yeah.
I haven't even remotely simulated what I'm going to go for because I didn't, it didn't necessarily matter, but.
Alright, so it will be in the blazer pack. I'm gonna put it in there when we walk out.
Okay.
It will be okay, alright, where are we here? Retired players. Let's see if any of us have any retired players.
So I need an updated one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bum, bum, bum. So what about this? So if you have a premium player that holds out, we make it in the rules that if you're going to trade him for a player, the team would need that position. And it can't be subjective. They clearly have a hole that this guy would fill. If they already have like a 85 or an 85 or up player, you cannot give that position. Because an 85.
Yeah, this is the kind of conversation we need. It's about some kind of like selection.
Some type of guidelines.
Some sort of guidelines.
So if they already have an 85 or up player in that position, arguably you're just doubling up on what they already have.
Pop your card.
And if you don't want a player team, the best you can do is a second round pick because the age of the player would be contingent.
Let me get a pen and paper. Let me start writing some stuff down. I'm gonna get us set up right at restricted.
All right. This card's good. Whatever one you did with that.
What was that? Oh, the one I pulled out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me just get this one set up. All right. So, yeah, I always thought about this too. I'm like,
well, because
this requires a tight matrix that would make sense because
a decision tree.
Yeah, some sort of decision tree. Because what's tough is that when they're trying to develop young players for second, third round picks, does an older guy get to trump them, and then it diminishes that guy's progression. We gotta think of everything.
You have to think of everything, but at the same time, you shouldn't be held to the same tight standards because they're putting you up against a wall. Like I can't plan for it, so I have to be able to move on the fly. But if I'm held within a box, the team they're doing it to tends to take it in the ass. That's the problem. Like he's gonna put me into a box where I'm like, okay, we'll trade him. Well, he's got like an $8 million bonus. I gotta just eat the cap and then sit him. Like no matter what I do, and then if I trade him, I get a third round pick for my starting quarterback. So no matter what you do, pretty much the only players who hold out are premium because they know they can get more money. And with that being said, they're typically a pivotal part of your team. They're a key player.
Oh no, I don't question any of those things. Those things are all legitimate. It's just like I said, it's finding a
balance,
a tight chart that would make it. It's gotta be a need. The computer team has to need something, and it has to. And then we might even need a chart depending on the age of the player. We might have, you know what I mean? We might need to have converging charts or something like that that makes sense. Regardless, we got to think like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's why I said off the fly. You can't trade them to a team that has a player currently filling the role of 85 or better. You can't get better than a second round pick. At least it gives you more than a third. Because like I said, to trade a premium asset and only get a third back,
yeah,
that part sucks. Because even with Ben, he's got 2 or 3 good years left in the tank. Phillip Rivers just went to the Super Bowl at what, 36, 37? The last couple of years, the quarterbacks who made it to the championships and the Super Bowl were all 35, 36.
And then we're opening the door. We're gonna have to chart injuries
and
all that. We're gonna have to. I'm good with it. I'm good with trying something.
Yeah.
Because if we can figure it out, it would be pretty cool.
Well, I think it's something that has to be addressed because I completely am on board with having restrictions with just trading anyone on the team. But if a player chooses to hold out and puts you up against the wall,
you want to have an out.
You have to have some type of compensation.
Yeah, it would make sense to do that.
Well, because otherwise the player just gets what they want and you have to eat it. And I can't really afford.
I agree.
You can't afford to pay. I can't afford to pay him $20 million a year. So that means I got to cut him. But that means I'm eating his bonus, and the best I get is third round pick.
No, you're making sense because that's the tough part because it's like he's got you bent over a barrel.
Right.
And
there's no contingency plan that at least soften the blow.
Yeah, if a player is still reasonably good, based on a chart that grades them, that we figure out, then maybe we can move them somewhere where it would actually make sense to be receiving them on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Which part of it's a good thing is because the computers Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could seriously work.
Well, like I said, it's only because of the fact that
Yeah, because you're in a box.
they're putting you in a box and it's not something you can plan for.
Yeah, let's hope that he's not holding out because that'll.
Well, like I said, it wasn't for this year because I didn't want this year because it makes it biased.
It's gonna take time too. Yeah.
But I figured to propose it
Yes.
so that next season, when people run into this type of stuff, you have some options.
Yeah.
Because
I just had my quarterback in my other league hold out on me.
Yeah.
We had our Super Bowl the other night, and we went through the off season. We're right here where we are now. We're
Right.
identical, and I had to resign him. I had to.
Yeah.
I had the ability to, but I made him a 1-year deal because he was 33.
Right.
And I made it just a 1-year deal.
Well, like I said,
paid him like $6 million.
my thing is, the rules make sense under normal operating conditions. But because the computer can unexpectedly put you into a corner.
So, dude, this is Heisey just bouncing back. He goes, he's holding out because you got two starters. You got two starters in the same position. That's interesting. Players hold out because of how you treat. Yeah, that's it. When Jeff, when Jeff had.
But
Yeah.
like Roethlisberger holds out. I don't have two starters. Albright is not a starter.
No, but Shot is.
I don't have shot. I released him.
When?
Well, what I'm saying, like his contract's up. He's not even under contract.
Okay. So.
It's not like a re-signed shot and then he holds out.
Oh, okay.
Shab is no
I thought he
longer
was still
on.
on the roster.
No, actually, because you do player management before re-signings.
Player management isn't.
But so
There's nothing to do at player management. It's just suggestions of who you might want to keep or you can't make any.
But what I was doing was releasing Shab.
You can at player management.
Yes, 100%. That's what I always do.
Oh, you can still do it now. Oh, I know what you're saying.
It asks you what you want to do,
okay,
and I actually cut those guys.
Okay, I didn't. Save this. So if I gotta back it up, I can because I put a save on.
So yeah, because it asks you, so it releases them,
Okay.
and then you go into re-signings.
You're good. That takes a lot of heat off, huh? You good?
No, I'm not. Not at this point.
Wait, he's not allowed.
Not until it won't happen until re-signings.
That's when it happens. Oh.
But that's my point.
Okay, so now you want to get rid of him now.
See, he's not even under roster management. It gives you the ability to cut people who aren't under contract anymore.
Ah, okay, so we can't. Oh, so let me back up so you can do that then.
Correct.
Okay.
But
well,
the point
said
being,
that, yeah.
so it negates Heisey's point because I cut him, and there's times he still holds out, and he's the only one on the roster. Well, him and AJ or JJ, but JJ's not arguably a starter.
Okay. Unless it was because he was on the roster the whole year last year. That's something to watch. I'm gonna make a mental note of that because you had two guys of high caliber for the last couple of years actually, right?
I had Shab and Big Ben.
See what's interesting? Yeah.
But it would only make sense if Shab held out because he's not starting. For Big Ben to hold out as the starter, why would he put me up against the wall when arguably he has less leverage? Because I'll cut you and the guy behind you will start now.
Yeah. All right. Maybe let me bring that back.
So because that's part of it. If Big Ben did this and Shab was still under contract, I'd say, okay, cut him. I got Shab. Now I don't have Shab, and he's still putting me up against a wall.
Wait a minute, you can't cut him. He's not. You can cut him at that point because he's not on the.
It just says release.
Okay. All right. Let's check it out.
Let's go to schedule. You can skip that. Go to right to roster management.
Yeah.
I release Colombo, Davis, and Shab. Their contracts are expired, and I officially release them as I'm not re-signing them.
Gotcha.
Because it puts them out onto the market.
This is interesting because we've never gotten to this point because we always blow through roster management. No one ever does anything.
See, I always do it every season. I do every step.
All when we're all playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think. anybody
Well,
does that.
when we're all together, maybe
Yeah.
we're skipping it. But that was a lapse in me not paying attention.
Yeah.
But I'm actually manually cutting guys I know I'm not going to resign because it puts them out into the market.
Because after RFA.
But no, you should be doing it before.
You should do it before.
Because now you can check free agency. Maybe you don't want an RFA.
Yeah. If we drop players, yeah. See, the computer doesn't drop players until they go to the re-sign.
No, when I do this here and you forward it, they do. So go to the Bengals.
Okay.
It always gives me the option to get rid of Baker and Big Ben, even though they're under contract, but I don't.
So right now you want to get rid of Schaub.
I get rid of Schaub. Just hit release. Zero cap, zero penalty. Boom. I get rid of Colombo and Davis at the bottom. Because Joseph, I re-sign, and I sign Little Joe again.
Yeah, okay.
Because now they're free to pursue and get signed by other teams, and when I go to re-sign,
Do you think he's holding up because you did drop? Because you did drop Schaub?
it changes every time. I do the same exact thing every time.
Oh, you do. Okay. So it doesn't matter then. Okay. I then that's the proof it doesn't necessarily matter.
I actually thought sometimes it mattered if I depending what coach I had. So like if I kept Haskell, sometimes he didn't hold out. Where when I switched OCs, sometimes he did, but then I did it, and I've done it enough times.
Yeah, so you can't find a correlation?
I've done it enough times that there's no correlation. He just sometimes does, sometimes doesn't.
Okay.
You know what the actual correlation is? When I move it ahead, the first team that always comes up is the Ravens, based on, I don't know why.
Yeah.
If his players are holding out, Big Ben usually isn't. If his players aren't, Big Ben normally is.
Is that kind of how it's working? It's interesting.
But the guys
there's no other releases here, right?
No, because I actually want to re-sign those two guys.
I wonder if I stop here.
See, that's for them to do. Jeff said he was re-signing everybody who was a starter.
Yes.
But we can't make that determination for him.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you're the only one to make them up. Oh, okay. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll take a look now. I gotta get rid of Curry. See, Curry, he wants so much money, dude. Double digits. That's why I gotta let him.
You know what's funny?
If I get rid of all these, I'm in good shape.
You know what's funny? When I cut Vilma, or like if I trade him, when he goes on another team, he ends up making the Pro Bowl at like a 33-year-old linebacker. He's never made the Pro Bowl for me once, and he's been a starter.
Just start over again.
For someone else, he did. And I only seen it once where he went balls to the wall. But.
So this screen is only for releasing.
Yes.
I should just release all of them. Because I'm not signing any of them.
If you're not, then
except Wall.
If you know who you're going to release them now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep Wall.
You're not re-signing your guard?
I can't.
Can't afford it?
Mark.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Dude, I believe me, man. I was ruining the day I'd have to let him go. Just like Nunzio when he had Finnegan.
That might change how I approach free agency one. In free agency one, dude, you want to talk about underrated? In free agency one, I target a guard, and I go for Jones. He's young, his numbers are good, but he's nothing insane. He tends to make the Pro Bowl, and here's the underrated part of it. I move Lilja, so Jones has the pass block icon. I put him on the blind side on the left, and I move Lilja to the right. Lilja doesn't make the Pro Bowl because he doesn't have a ton of pancakes, but most times for the entire year he lets in less than 5 sacks. Dude, he's an 83 or 84 guard.
The eye test, right?
It's the eye test, and here's the thing, his numbers are good. His pass block, run block are both 84, 85. And his awareness is like low 90s. He does a stellar job.
Yeah, I got Gaines Adams has to go too. In fact, I do have to drop all these guys because
you know they can't be signed.
They can't be signed.
Yep.
Yeah, so those are the 2 guys that have to go. Oh, who else has got to go? What's it? Let me check the
I
website.
say if you just check the Merc list,
Yeah, I gotta check.
they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Schaub was mine, but I didn't resign him, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I gotta release him.
Curry makes the Pro Bowl in a lot of.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's too damn expensive.
In 16, when I simulate it, he's almost always at the top.
So Merck's gotta go. I got him on the website here. Unless you got it up.
I don't have the website up.
Alright, I got it. Embedded free agents, mercenary free agents. Oakland, Randall Williams gone. Gates Adams gone. Schaub gone. Patterson is 2017. Wide receiver Eddie Royal signed in 15.
Who has Patterson?
You do.
What's Patterson? Oh, the center.
Yeah,
The center.
you got till 2017. Alright, so now those guys are gone, and now we're going to RFA. Yeah, now we're good.
This is
Where's
where.
brought that up, man? Plus that's a great time for me to get rid of those Mercs.
I thought everybody was doing that. Like, if you know you're not going to re-sign somebody, you're supposed to release them.
Everybody just kind of traditionally throughout the years, we usually just look through the suggestions, and then we usually do it after RFA for some reason. Because a lot of times, like, there's guys on there that, depending on what's an RFA, depends on when you want to get. I mean, if you definitely know that you're going to get rid of someone, sure you could.
Get rid of them.
But nobody's ever done it. Like, this was the first. Like, you were the first one. I mean, I swear to God, no one's ever done it before.
Well, see what happens when you get to Plan K.
But now, you're right, because now we're getting in the meat of this league and this.
Well, because we're so
happening.
far down, there's a lot of
Things are happening.
there's a lot of complications that people are having to run into.
Yeah.
Now I can make my trade so that I can end up getting my RFA.
Lindsay wants to see the rookies. He wants me to take a run through. Tell him I'll be there in a sec.
He's just messaging you because I didn't get that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can't.
Tell him too bad. He's not here. He decided to drink with his wife. How funny was that?
What's nice is that it'll record if I just take a gander through.
Right.
They get recorded. I can always go back and look at it.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. You know?
How funny was that? Single women are owning homes because of the ecological condition divorce.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. That's good shit.
Sometimes I don't know how some of the I know Jeff's on the same page, but
Do you got dinner plans yet tonight?
just at 6 o'clock I do. Yeah.
You do, okay. Let's say if you did, I'll just say let's go out to yours tonight.
Yeah.
I got food now, which is cool.
Oh man.
I was down to like one package of chicken left, and I'm like, dude, I gotta do some shit for this weekend. Some vegetables.
I've been meal prepping every week and keeping myself.
Yeah.
Trying to keep myself in a box just so I don't. Because I
My
lost.
holidays haven't ended yet.
Well, I lost like 20 pounds going into hunting season, and then I put it all back on with between hunting and the holidays. I was just there's no holds bar. So then it was like, all right. So I've been good for about 6 weeks. You know, I feel good, energy's good. I mean, I'm craving junk food and garbage like there's no tomorrow, but you know, I know I feel better when I'm not eating.
I think my job is what has me in a box. I really think I've got to think about this for a long time. I think my behavior over the last X amount of years has dramatically changed, and it just went off the charts after COVID. or during that time frame, because I've been thinking about it lately, especially yesterday. Me and Jeff and Jill went out yesterday, and then
Is he done with the show, or is he still training?
I think he pulled the plug on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he pulled the plug.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So then he can leave his house. What the fuck? Just remember to get a save on once.
Yeah, you need an update. Yeah, you need this save right now.
Is this after the draft class?
It's simultaneous. You can see the draft class now, but this is our RFAs.
Oh, we're in RFAs. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to show everybody a quick look.
Oh, you're just scrolling through every team.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scroll through it real quick just so everybody can. It'll be recorded, and then everybody wants to look at it the next day before.
You just go on YouTube.
Oh yeah, because we were talking yesterday about health and this and that, whatever. And I was just like, fuck, I've never been in worse shape in my entire life. This is so unlike me, and I was thinking a lot by myself yesterday after I was talking with the kids and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna end up here. And I swear I never get like this. I go, what's making me behave in this way? So I started unwinding shit. That's my fucking job. It's work. I go, it's work. I go, it is absolutely work. So me and my daughter were talking last night, and I don't know. I said it to Jeff and Julie. So I go, I'm seriously considering just leaving my job and just doing something different, like something completely different. Like I don't even care how much money it makes.
Do you remember what I told you a few years ago?
Yeah, it's true. I just never experienced it for myself.
It's your work life is so detrimental to your health, your mental state,
everything,
your physical state.
I can feel it. Dude.
Like when you were like,
so
what do you mean you don't want to move up because I don't want to wear slacks? I go, it's a state of mind. I go, I get to be me at work. I go, that's important. I get to make my schedule. I don't have to deal with the burdens. I don't have to deal with the responsibility.
Yeah, dude,
I didn't
realize how much it was affecting.
Yes, there's a pay aspect.
Yeah.
But
dude,
is it life changing money? Because I get to go on vacations. I get to basically own and buy what I want, but I don't have any of the tax. I don't have any of the I don't take calls on Saturday. I don't work the weekends.
Yeah.
I do whatever the fuck I want.
You don't have to make all the decisions and lead everybody and be responsible for outcomes and stuff like that. I've been thinking about being an individual contributor. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I could do that so easily and I'd be so much happier. My daughter was telling me, she goes, everything you told us, Papa, she's like, you gotta do for yourself too.
Right.
I go, you're right. I said, I know exactly what to do, but I'm not doing it for myself. So then I started reminding that. I said, what's got me right now? Why do I keep doing it? Because I like the money. And then I'm going, dude, you're sold out to the money. I go, that's against
everything.
It's everything I stand for. Mm-hmm. And then I said, that's everything against I stand for. So why am I doing it? So I have to take one step further. And I realized, dude, I got a thing, and I kind of always realized it, but I never really got into it. I'm afraid of. I think it's because, like when I was a kid and stuff like that, just between the way I was brought up, and then, I was really surprised when my parents got divorced and stuff. I don't like volatility, and I like what's the word I'm looking for?
Consistency.
Yeah. And
stable.
Yes. And I started thinking about the way I invest. I started connecting all the dots. I was going, dude, this is a psychological thing. I go, this is why I keep doing it. That's why I was at Granger for 25 years. That's why I got the same car since I was 7. That's why I was married for 25 years. All my behaviors are.
You like stable.
I like it. I like to get there. Mm-hmm. And I like those. I like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a flip side to every coin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm realizing that there was times when I should have took a chance on something and I didn't. Or I should have did this, or I should have done, and I'm going, I need better balance. I'm too heavily weighted on security.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm making money, this and whatever, and I'm like, I'll never have those problems. But I go, look at all the problems that are coming because of it. Dude, I said to myself the other day.
What did I tell you a couple years ago?
Yeah, dude.
But it wasn't about me. What did I tell you about you? I go, you haven't told them no. It was, you got brought on with the plan to basically take over a department, but then you hit the fast track. You became a supervisor, then a manager within, 2 years' time tops?
It's a year and a half.
A year and a half for all of it. And then you weren't even the manager for 6 minutes, and then they're like, oh, you have to basically do 3 full-time jobs.
Yeah, that's
Fuck that. Are you paying me for 3 full-time jobs? Because you're not. I'm not doing it. And
no, that was not. No,
but
I can't say the same thing now. That's in front.
No, but look at the bullshit every fucking day.
I don't think I can take it much longer.
Every day. And it's like when we had that conversation when we were at whatever that bar is next to work.
Yeah, across the street, Bandy's or whatever it is.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I don't think I've been there since I was there with you. We had a conversation about moving up. And ideally, of course, I like leading people. I like making decisions.
Yeah.
But the more I watched you, the more I said it's a fixed game and it ain't worth it.
And I'm feeling like that now.
I go, why would I want to insert myself into the round table when 19 of the 20 at the round table are against me?
Right. And to your point, Blaine, if I was making all the decisions, and,
Great.
and we had that support system,
Great.
and also that,
Awesome.
then it's all working, but it's a fight.
It's a fight.
It's a fight.
Every day's
to
a
do
fight.
the right thing.
Every day's
I'm
a fight.
fighting every day, dude.
I hate it.
I can't stand it anymore.
I don't want to do what I'm currently doing anymore, and I'm not even in charge. Every
It's a
day.
bad environment.
Every day I'm like, you guys are making bad decisions.
It's a bad environment.
And that's what I said. I go, you guys are all just worried about yourself. You're openly doing bad business, and everybody's just kind of pretending like it's not happening.
Yeah.
And I said,
We're doing the same thing.
I'm not that
It's
guy.
the whole company.
But I'm not that guy. You guys want to look at me like a thorn in the side, pain in the ass because I open my mouth?
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm not going to get shoveled shit and told it's fucking filet mignon. I won't do it. You guys are telling me to eat the poopy sandwich and tell everybody it's a fucking ham sandwich. And I go, it ain't. This is shit. And I don't want it. I don't like it. Fuck you. And I'm gonna scream it, at least because when I go home at the end of the day, I know I said the right shit. If they don't follow, if they don't listen, hey, I told you this is a bad move. You did it anyway. Okay, it's on you. But I can't. Like Nicole gets on me at times. She's like, if they're gonna want you, if you can take promotions, why don't you? I go, at what cost?
There's a cost.
I watched Robert do it, and they beat the shit out of him.
Yes,
the guy fought uphill for the entire duration he was my manager.
We're still doing it.
Everybody challenges good business decisions. They make the wrong moves. So if you want to live with yourself, you fight because you can't stomach going home complying with bad business.
Yeah.
Which
it's
means
too much energy to try to convince people to do the right thing.
Exactly.
And that's when I'm exhausted. I can't keep doing it.
Exactly. So that's exactly why I said no. You guys make whatever fucking horrible decisions you want. I'm gonna go home and say, I don't give a shit. When this company closes its doors and it burns, I know I voiced my opinion and I didn't have anything to do with it. I don't want to be in a room with 15 people that I can't stand their fucking face because they're sackless, cowardly people. I don't want it. I don't want my partners and the people I have to rely on to be people I hate. Because I do. I hate every fucking person in that building. I don't like them. I think they're cowardice. I think they go along for the money. They know what they're doing is bad. But no different than like what I told you about the actuators. No. Hey, the executives at the top really need this to happen. Why? So they don't get their hands slapped for bad business? Why am I bending over backwards to protect these motherfuckers who are running our company into the ground? I'm not. I don't want to. I refuse to. Nick Scholl. in our tier 3. He goes, we really got to make sure we get 36 actuators created in the next 2 weeks. Without even hesitating, I go, I've never cared about anything less. And he just looked at me and I go, you want me to run my team into the ground to protect numbers that they're playing in a shell game. I go, so that the people at the top don't get their dick slapped.
Yep, we're
I
doing
go,
the same thing.
fuck that. I go, do you think me, Wally, and the guys who got to go in there and bust our ass, what are we getting out of that? Well, we're going to a pizza party. I go, there's never been more offensive fucking words said to me in my life. Protect the people who make all the money so that they look good, so that I can get pizza?
You're 100% right, dude.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's what he said. He goes, we're going to throw a pizza party. I go, fuck you. He goes, on my son's life, I blast him. And I said, I go, if you want to say I did a good job, you give me more fucking money.
Yeah.
I go, you don't buy me pizza.
Yeah.
That's the most offensive. I go, you know who cares about pizza? Poor people. Right. I ain't poor. I go, you ain't buying me with a slice of fucking Picasso's. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Kill yourself for a slice of Picasso's while the guy who's supposed to be punished for bad business is escaping another day of judgment because his lower level team killed themselves to hide the fact that they're doing bad business. I go, absolutely not. I go, I won't do it. I go, because like I said, oh, my guy's got pizza? Great. While the guy at the top, who should be getting reprimanded because if this was actually capitalism and running the way it was supposed to, he wouldn't have a job because he's doing bad business. His numbers are supposed to be reflective of the job he's doing, which is shitty. And guess what? We're working harder for pizza so that we can skew his numbers and it doesn't look like it's as bad as it actually is. So he keeps his job just another day longer to continue running us into the ground. Now, let it show. He sucks. Get him replaced. How about that for an idea? How about capitalism works the way it's supposed to and the guy who's doing a bad job gets replaced? They won't do it. So that's dude, every day I'm here. I'm like, go ahead. Say something stupid. Say something stupid because I'm going to fucking pop.
I don't like living like that. I'm there too. I mean, I got an excellent team. And that's what makes me sad because I actually have a really good team. I like everybody on my team. They bust their ass for me.
Yeah.
And I take care of them too. And I kept everything at bay. And our department is under a lot of pressure. And it's not because of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the same shit. We don't have the tools. We don't have the time. All the bad decisions outside are destroying us. We're building this great thing here, but we can't get out from under it.
Yeah.
You know, the space and defense split is happening,
right.
And nobody on the defense side is doing shit.
Right.
Bill's carrying the burden. We're all carrying the burden, and they're all chilled out and relaxed. And I'm like, we're the ones that are busting our asses. I go,
right.
This is fucking bullshit.
What do you get out of it?
So I talked to my partner Vinny, and him and I and you are out from the same elk. And I told him on Friday, I said, I'm going to propose a plan on Tuesday to Bill. I'm going to propose a plan to you guys. You've already heard me of what I want to do about hiring people because we got to close the gap and we need muscle right now. We are dying, and nobody seems to have any urgency. I said, if you guys are in line with me, which I already know you are, but I'm going to lay the plan out. How many hires we need, this, that, and everything. I'm going to propose it to Bill on Friday. And I said this to him, I mean it. If he doesn't go for it, I'm quitting. And I'm going to give him a month's notice out of respect, and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not living my best life.
No.
And you know what? If we can't get what I need, because I know what to do, if I can't get it, then what am I doing?
Right.
If I can't get what we need to win, and it's not my opinion, it's fact.
Yeah.
I can prove it, and I've got the support of my team and the leadership team.
Then why are we doing it?
Then what are we doing? If the business isn't going to support us doing this, I have to leave. And he goes, I so respect that. He goes, and by the way, he goes, I already put my date on the calendar myself. If shit doesn't change by then, he goes, I'm out too. Mm-hmm. Because good people are going to go. Because at some point, you can't do this anymore.
No. I asked Nick.
You can't do it.
See, Nick plays the game. He's rational minded.
There's a time.
He's rational minded, but when push comes to shove, he's divorced. He's a slave to his paycheck.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, man.
one, I don't want to be that, but two, I go, you're a sellout. I go, you guys are doing. When I ask you straight up questions that I know the answer to, and so do you, when you guys go, right there, right there, you know I'm right,
Yeah.
but you know that's not the way the company's going to want to do it.
For
So
whatever reason.
let's ask the question: why is the company not going that way?
Like I said, I go. Two things
there's sabotage.
Yeah, sabotage is one, and it's probably a combination of sabotage and it's probably a bunch of people just trying to protect what they got and screw everybody else.
I go, or you got people like Ralph that don't give a fuck about the company. They're just worried about making more money and moving their asses up the chain. Yeah. But at brass tacks fundamentals, that's the worst possible person to run your company. Because they're not worried about the big picture. Yeah. They're only worried about their fucking own silo. Yeah.
That's not a team.
That's not a team. That is a self-serving piece of shit.
Yeah.
Who sells out
as a team player.
It's
a disguise.
It's a downsliding industrial group. She didn't even put in her time. How are you going to appoint? Even if she was doing okay, she didn't get us to a stable point. So now you're going to upend her.
While we're talking, what's the
No, I'm good.
Sure. I just want to grab.
Yeah, you do.
No, look, continue.
So I'm like, she didn't even have the ability to stabilize us. And you're going to unplug her from our group to put her in charge of a new group. So not only is that probably not a good decision because she hasn't proven she can do the job yet. So you don't know what you're going to get here. And then on the opposite end, because I haven't said anything wrong, I go, you don't want to hear it. I go, but everything I say is fucking accurate. I go, and the only way I don't lose my mind is that I just vent and I just pop off and I'm Kyle. And I go, just be a dick. I go, what difference have you made? And they're like, I go, none? Okay. Are you glad you took the paycheck? I go, by the way, you're doing basically what the same shit I was doing anyway. I go, and Kyle already knows because he was already doing it, but like to Scott, I go, guess what? I go, I know exactly how I can misbehave right up until the lines, and I know where I can and can't cross. I go, and I will torture you with that because I know exactly what I can and can't do. I go, and I'm going to show you why it sucks to be management at Mo. I go, because the reason I am so toxic against this company, I go, because everything that I tried to do to make it better, they slap. And if you don't like it, go somewhere else. I go, you can't be a good leader here. I go, they won't let you. They do not let you do it. I go, and I'll tell you why. They use you to push their agenda, to make the big guys look good. Everybody else gets shit on. I go, why are we still starting people at $18 an hour? I go, coffee baristas are making that. You want to know why I can't hire a single decent fucking person?
You can't pay nobody.
Because they're going to come here and actually take on a bunch of responsibility and skill for the same price they can flip a hamburger?
That's right.
Who the fuck is going to do that?
Dude, this is Atlas Shrugged. Dude, it's the book. If you ever read Atlas Shrugged, this is it.
100%.
This is exactly what the book's about.
Exactly. The people who know stop caring. And so, you know what? Figure it out yourself.
And they shrug. The weight of the world's off my shoulders.
Exactly. And I do it every day. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I told Nick, I go, I've never cared less. I don't care.
Yeah, you're in a position that. See, I can't.
I'm listening.